What is up, guys? Giants Tsunami 01 here with another episode of FIFA 16 formation review / guide. This episode, we're going to be talking about the 4-3-2-1 formation, which is a huge hit with a lot of you guys. So I definitely want to do a review / guide. Although this wasn't in my top 5, I still think this is a really good formation, and you guys should definitely check it out if you have the right players for this formation. So the first thing, of course, guys, we're going to be talking about the instructions. We're going to be talking about the pros and cons and what type of players you want for this formation. So with the instructions for the right back, left back, just like in any other formation for me, tell them to stay back while attacking. Same thing goes for the center backs. Again, right back, left back, what you want to have is good pace, good defense, at least 80 in each, give or take. If you have more defending, you can have less pace, and vice versa. Center backs, you want to have solid center backs with at least 70 pace and 80 defending. The higher the defending, the better. And then, of course, goalkeeper. The most important stats are position and reflexes and diving. If you get those and you get a guy with good chemistry for your team, that's the type of player you want on your team. Then we go into the midfield, and in this formation there is no CDM, and that could be a con for you guys, but you should still have players that are like CDMs. So you want to have 2 players at least, maybe 1 or maybe 2, depending on your play style, that are real CDMs, that play more like CDMs, that good all-around players that can help out in the attack, but can also help out in defense. Because if not, you're going to be lacking defense if you don't have at least 1 player that has good above 70 defending. I would recommend to have 2, but you can definitely get away with just having 1. If you only have 1, make sure he's in the middle. He's the middle CM. If you have 2, make sure they're on the outside. And then the middle one can be more of a regular CM or even a CAM if you have one of those players that could fill that role. Of course, for my 2 CDMs, for however many CDMs you have, whichever players that you have high defending, tell them to stay back while attacking. That does not mean they're not going to attack, but it just means that they'll stay back a little bit more and help out a little bit more on defense. And definitely for any player that you see there that has good defending, above 70 defending, tell them to stay back while attacking. The other ones can stay as it is, regular instructions. Then you got the right RF and the LF instead of the right wingers or the right midfielders. This is a little bit of a con just because there aren't many players that start off with a basic RF or LF positioning. They're usually the right wing, they're not usually the right forward or the left forward. So that could be a con because you might have to pay a little bit more if you're playing Ultimate Team. Now, for this player position, you want to tell them to stay where they are. I don't tell them to stay wide. Usually, if you guys watch my other guys, I usually tell my wingers or my left midfielders, right midfielders to stay wide and get in behind. For this formation, I tell them to stay in their basic stance, but to get in behind, just like in any other formation. And then for my striker, I tell him to stay central and be the target man, just like in any other formation. It's really important. What you want to do is get the ball to the middle of the pitch around the penalty area with him, and then let your wingers make some runs, your left forward, your right forward, to make some runs, and you can find them with some nice little passes. Now, for this formation, like I said before, guys, if you don't have the right players, especially in the midfield, it could be lacking in defense. And if you have the perfect players, it could be great, extremely balanced. It could have great defense and great offense. Players like Boateng, like you see here, are great because they do have that good defense. They have around 70 defending, but then they're still really good and can help out in the attack. Same thing with the Philipp Lahm. He's got great defending. He's more of a true CDM, but yet he can help out. He's got great passing, and he can really help out in the attack. The good part about this formation is that the attack, the front is really, they're closer together, so you can really work some nice little passes if you have the right players. You want to have good passing players, especially at the right forward and the left forward. It's not just speed and shooting like usually for wingers. These, you might want to have a little bit more passing than what you would usually have, and same thing with your striker, so you can really work that 3-man game and really get some nice little ping pong passes in there, some 1-2 passes, and get through on goal. This is a great formation if you have those right players for the attack. Because of that, the attack could be deadly, and of course the defense could feel like a 5-back formation, or even more if you had the right center defensive mids, right center midfielders. So definitely recommend this formation. It's really good for the attack. Those attackers, really good. They're really close together, really good for passing. It's a great passing formation, and it's great for the counterattack. Just a really solid overall formation, but it really does depend on the players you pick, because this formation can be really good or it can be really bad. But that's basically it, guys. I hope you guys liked this formation review / guide. If you did, please leave a like, share, and comment. If you guys haven't checked out some of my other tutorials, click on top left. If you guys want to check out my Road to Glory, Road to Division 1 series, click on top right. If you want to see all my formation reviews / guides, click on the bottom left. And of course, click on the bottom right to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future tutorials or tip videos. Thanks, guys.